North is communism.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So at least it wasn't and that's what's been going on throughout the world. When there's a country that's weak within, you have nothing at all.
Uh-huh. So in order for a country to be strong, therefore everybody must agree even if they don't.
It's Mr. Lassiter. When I went to Korea, I didn't agree absolutely on everything. I was just a kid of 18 years old.
So wait a second. You went and fought and killed people for something that you didn't even agree with?
So we have these liberties that we have.
Tony, you went and fought and killed people for something that you didn't even agree with?
Mr. Lassiter, I did agree to it. You misunderstood me. I said...
Well, you're a very difficult man to understand, Tony.
Please do not put words in my mouth.
You're a difficult man to understand, Tony.
Excuse me, Mr. Lassiter? Ho Chi Minh and the leaders of North Vietnam would have thought twice.
Tony, do you have any idea how long they've been fighting, Tony? Tony, do you have any idea how long they've been fighting in Vietnam?
Yes, when the French were there and everything else.
No, it goes back even a lot further than that,
Tony.
First
of all, it was unwinnable because it was a guerrilla-type warfare.
That's right, Tony.
Yeah. But we could have done the same thing they could have done.
No, we couldn't, Tony.
We could fight guerrilla warfare.
No, Tony, there was a major difference.
But you see, know why we don't?
Tony,
you know why we don't fight guerrilla warfare?
There was a major difference there. You see, the people on one side were fighting for their homeland. The people on the other side were fighting because somebody told them to.
In other words, you're trying to tell me the South Vietnamese people weren't fighting for their homeland?
The South Vietnamese people were also fighting against us for
That's what we were there for, wasn't
Tony.
it? Am I right, Mr. Lassiter?
No, you're wrong, Tony, because many of the people in South Vietnam were also fighting against the Americans. Weren't they, Tony?
What's that again, Mr. Lassiter?
Tony, get off my phone. You're a jerk. You're sitting there listening to your damn radio, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself over and over and over again. Either turn your radio off or get a better hearing aid, Tony. Good grief.
Blanks. This would be a great place to live in. Them blanks are ruining the place. They're ruining the country.
So it's dump day. Dump on anybody you want. Just pick a villain and dump on them. It'll be fun. We'll really enjoy ourselves. Thank you, Larry. Rocky in L.A.
Good evening.
Hi there, Rock. Who do you want to dump on today?
Lassiter was the forefather of communism.
Who do you want to dump on today, Rock?
Well, I'd like to dump on the school systems, religion, and the blacks.
Oh, okay.
I think that the first thing I'd like to do with our school system is have mandatory uniforms for the children.
Mandatory uniforms, okay.
Similar to an SS uniform.
Uh-huh.
And the next thing I'd like to do is have them go to school 12 months a year instead of 9, instead of letting million-dollar complexes sit idle and let these young minds sit idle while they could be learning.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go to the blacks, the third topic. The destroyers of brotherhood. They want to destroy the nation. Not that they want to, they just kind of do it accidental-like.
Mm-hmm.
You see. See, I don't think they have a plot to destroy the United States. I don't think they have the mentality. What they're going to do is they're going to be a byproduct of their ignorance. They're going to destroy the country by the byproduct of their ignorance.
Okay, Rock, most of us know where you stand on that issue. I thank you very much. See, that's the spirit. There you go, people. All right, so, Benny, you want to dump on accidents?
Yeah, right. I want them to demand those people to get the
damn airplanes off the ground. Benny, it's about time that somebody stood up and came out against accidents in airplanes.
For things such as if a white officer says the word nigger, he will be fired on the spot.
Uh-huh.
This is ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous that a public servant should be chastised for using offensive language?
Okay, what is she doing for the black?
Well, no, why is it ridiculous that a public servant should be chastised for using offensive language? In a derogatory manner?
I consider that common street language.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of other common street language that I'm sure you would be very offended if in the process of, let's say, getting a traffic citation from an officer that you would be very offended by.
Why did she make such a point of making it a racial type question?
I beg your pardon?
She goes out and she says that she's going to fire you if you use the word nigger.
Right.
You're a white police officer.
Uh-huh.
Why? What was the point of that?
Because it's very offensive to black people. Just as you would be very offended if a black patrolman pulled you over and called you honky.
That would offend me. Why?
Why? Because it would be a derogatory remark, and it would be a racial derogatory remark. And if it didn't offend you, then I assume that you have no sensitivity at all.
Is he going to be fired?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe, maybe
He's
not.
been kissing too many butt, you know?
Okay, Mark, there he goes. He hung up. I guess he ran out of things to say, but that's what this show is all about. That's kind of the spirit. It's better than the Motel Association, isn't it? Tampa, you're on the air at WFLA.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I like to dump on the lack of sneeze guards at the salad bars at the various fast food restaurants.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired, sick and tired of looking at the strings of slimy mucus and the bacon bits and the boogers all over the iceberg lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pitiful sight. I'm sick of it. I think it's a travesty.
Okay, Pat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God, I love talk radio, don't you? 2 more hours again tomorrow morning with Sick Norman. Just goes on and on and on and on and on.